everybody, welcome back to the Big Guy, Little Guy Q&A podcast, the podcast where the big guy and the little guy answer your questions. I am your host, Riely, the big guy, joined, of course, by Andrew, the little guy.
I am, in fact, Andrew, and I am, in fact, the little guy.
And we are here today, once again, for the first time in, 6 months for the Big Guy, Little Guy Q&A podcast?
Potentially even longer.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how long it's
about
been.
that. So we got plenty of questions backlogged in our Telenym, and it seems like a lot of them aren't bot questions. Like it's kind of half and half.
Ooh.
Okay, so let's go through it. First question: what do you think is weird about you?
I have very, very, very bipolar when it comes to how I think about myself. Half the time I really like myself.
Hold on, no, wait a minute. That's a bad answer because there's another question that asks about that specifically. So maybe give a different answer about what's weird about you.
I absolutely love socks, and I can never take my socks off. Unless
Just
I'm
never.
Never. Unless I'm in the shower, my socks do not come off.
Socks in the shower. That'd be even more based if you had your socks on in the shower.
I did shower with my socks on once in my life.
Epic. I mean, there are plenty of fucking things weird about me. Like, I think anybody in my audience knows that. I guess the most recent example of something I talked about that's weird is my pussy fetish. Like, I want to fuck clown girls. I guess that's pretty weird.
I guess that's pretty weird. Yeah. You don't say.
Yeah, you know, kind of wacky.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
I don't know what it is. It's just that the clown makeup does it for me. You put some clown makeup on like a really hot girl. Hell yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, everyone has their thing.
Alright, hold on. I forgot I gotta do the thing where I code these questions out. Drop my mouse. It's over.
No.
What happens? Wait, what happened? Oh.
What do you mean, what happened? Did you break it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Alright, next question. What has someone borrowed from you, but never given back?
My Pokemon Ruby cartridge. I don't think I'm ever getting that back.
Who borrowed
sad
it?
about that. My friend, specifically the same one that I wrote Promise Me You'll Be Okay about. I gave them my Pokemon, Ruby cartridge, and at this point I don't think I'm gonna get it back.
Sad.
Yeah,
Unfortunate for sure. Fucking, I don't know if Kevin's ever gonna give me back my fucking Dragon Ball Raging Blast copy, which really he doesn't have to, because the disk drive on my PS3 seems to be shot anyway, which I'm really mad about.
The good old PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I have like a whole collection of games for the thing that I go back and play sometimes, and now my fucking disk drive isn't working, and I'm very pissed.
Yeah, disk drives. You can't live with them, can't live without them.
It's true. Alright, next question. How is the world going to end? It's obvious it's gonna be nuclear warfare. Like, come on, there's no other way.
It's obvious it's nuclear warfare.
Somebody's gonna fucking get an itchy trigger finger and drop a nuke and fucking destroy all of humanity.
I don't think that'll happen.
Okay, how do you think the world's gonna end?
I don't know. It's the natural things. I don't know what you would consider natural, but I would just assume something natural would cause the end of civilization as a whole. What do you define as the end of the world? Like everything on this planet dying?
Yeah. Or like, you know, mostly everything.
Mostly everything.
Like enough that we can never recover.
Good question.
Come on, Andrew, you gotta give us an answer. Place your bets now. What's gonna happen?
I would say just some disease. Just a disease absolutely fucks us up. Or just how we've left the planet and it becomes uninhabitable for us. You know, with our ozone layer and
Yeah, we do really
whatever.
just like fuck this planet
We
up
fucked this.
constantly.
No wonder Elon Musk wants to go to Mars so badly.
Yeah, I mean, Mars is kind of like a good hope for us.
Yeah, but it's cold there, isn't it? Like,
I think it might be hot there, actually,
I
Andrew.
don't think
I think it might
so.
have the opposite problem.
The Venus is hot. Someone's gonna take this out of context and they're gonna think that I think a planet is sexually appealing.
No, you're talking about Venus de Milo, the female Ninja Turtle. She's pretty hot.
No clue who that is.
You don't know about the female Ninja Turtle?
No.
Well, let's get a smash or pass right now. Look up Venus de Milo for Ninja Turtles.
Okay, hold on. Venus.
Or just Venus Ninja Turtles probably works. You don't need to put de Milo.
Yeah, that's a hard pass from me.
It's nuts, pretty good. That turtlessy. It's pretty hard.
No thanks. I'm good.
So some nice turtlessy on a hot day can
On
really.
a no, just on a hot day. That sounds even worse.
Well, I guess on a cold day. That's. I guess is it reasonable to say that you would most want to have sex on a cold day because like you have
No, that
like each
is
other's
completely
warmth?
understandable.
Yeah, that.
When it's
I
hot, it's like you're sweating a bunch.
mean, you're sweating a bunch either way, I would presume.
Well, yeah, you're gonna sweat a bunch either way, but one's a lot more.
All right, but I think we can move on to the next question. Something
Next
good about
question:
puberty.
penis growth. Well, if you're Riley, you don't get that.
I mean, I guess the best thing about puberty is just that you grow up, like just getting older and becoming an adult and getting all the things. But like puberty itself, I guess like the ability to feel sexual pleasure, I suppose. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
like jerking off is a fun activity for when you don't have anything else to do,
I
and
wouldn't
you
say
can't
it's
do
a
that unless
fun
you're
activity.
pubertized. What do you mean it's not a fun activity?
Well, afterwards, if you after you do it, it's like, oh god,
No,
what
I
did
don't
I
have that
just?
problem. I'm already ashamed to myself. I don't need to shame every individual action. So I just do it, and then I'm like, yeah, I just did that, and that's it.
Respectable. Makes
This is a
sense.
weird question. What is something good about puberty?
Yeah, who asks
There's a couple weird questions
that?
here. There's also a question that dead names Demigloom, which I will read, but I will not say her dead name. I will say Demigloom. So whoever submitted that question, fuck off. Okay. What's been the best period of your life so far?
Um, uh, I probably peaked in eighth grade.
I think the best part of like my life objectively, and I think this should be true for like everybody, unless you like weren't fully developed at this age, which is possible, but I was a fully cognizant human by this age. Age 3, bro. Age 3 is the perfect age because you're like aware of the fact that you exist and
I
you're able
wasn't.
to do things, and but also you don't have to go to school. Or
What is your first memory? Like, what was the memory that you gained consciousness from, and you remember stuff after that?
I mean, I can't discern my very first memory, but I have a couple memories from when I was 3. So like 3 is like the age where I memory.
Because I have a memory from when I was like 3 that I can remember distinctively, and it was me shooting a diaper into the trash can like it was no one's business.
Yo, Kobe?
Yeah, I like shut and I'm like, where the hell did I get that idea from? I might have been 4, honestly. I don't know what I was.
Yeah, who knows?
I don't think I was 4. There's no way I was wearing diapers at 4.
I mean, you could have been wearing diapers before.
I could have been like, well, yeah, I didn't go to
That'd be
kindergarten.
cringe, though. You'd be cringe if you were.
Yeah, but I went to kindergarten a year late, so I don't know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, yeah, okay. So I guess next question. Well, I don't know if age 3 is my answer. Honestly, my answer might be like last year. Like I think life was really good last year, and it's just it's all come tumbling down. It's still like some of the good parts are still good, are still around and still good, but like a lot of them have fallen apart. And it's mostly just like I'm happiest when I'm around friends. And like last year, I had this like big group of friends, and we like did stuff, and it was cool. And like I would hang out with Patrick once a week, and like sometimes it would be me and Patrick and like a group of a couple other friends from work, and we go like bowling or something or go out to eat. It was based.
I haven't went bowling in for like a month.
Is bowling an activity you often partake in? Is not bowling for a month irregular?
Um, I go bowling with Canine every once in a while, but usually that's only because I pay for it and he drove me to the bowling alley
Fair
and
enough.
we would play for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I told this story like on Rad after it happened, but fucking Dakota, the 1/3 of the Rad movie review podcast, which I did back in the day with my IRL friends. Um, he the time we all went bowling, this motherfucker. So he brings two of his friends, two of his like
Okay.
random ass friends we've never met. One of them is like the worst. So that sucks. And then to top it off, the worst part about it is he brings these two strangers, and the way we have to like pay for the lanes, you can only have 6 people per lane, and we would have had exactly 6 people if Dakota had not brought his two fucking friends. So we had to
Ugh.
buy 2 lanes. And then fucking Dakota's fucking dad calls him. And he's like, "Yeah, we don't trust you to stay out too late and go to work tomorrow, so come home." Granted, Dakota's like fucking 20, but I guess he's still at the beck and call of fucking daddy because he took his friends and he left. And we spent double of what we needed to for him and his dumb friends to play for like an hour and then leave.
I said
Not
like
even an hour, probably.
$20.
No,
I'm
we
mad.
paid for like unlimited games. I think it was like we also got like a pitcher of soda or something. Like it was like $100 for 2 lanes and like the combo deal.
Oh my god.
I
That
might
you'd
be
be
I
on
might be
site.
exaggerating, but I remember it being like more than it should have been. Uh, but yeah, fuck Dakota actually. No, I don't hold any ill will towards the guy. I haven't talked to him in a while. But maybe I should reach out.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Perhaps, perhaps. But okay. Next question. And here comes Andrew. Andrew, this is your chance to fucking schmoop about your girlfriend for a few minutes, because the question is, who can always make you smile when you receive a text message from them?
My best friend.
Okay, based.
I don't think I've gotten I've talked about Soren on this series at least once. I talked about him last time.
In
The last time we did this show, the Q&A cast,
yeah.
I talked about him. I don't think I've had a bad experience ever while talking to him. He knows a good amount of everything that has went on in my life. We haven't gotten into any major fights like how I have with some other people that you may have thought I was going to answer with.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Are things in a
Um,
bad place currently? I guess if you
oh,
don't
yeah.
mind sharing.
Um, for the last week, it's been relatively rocky, but I think it's fine
Aw.
now.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah. You know.
My answer, like, I mean, my best friends, we don't text that much. Me and Pat don't text that much, but, uh, I guess Atlas probably, who, like, is one of my best friends. I used to call him my best friend definitively, but like I don't think we talk enough for that. And now I have like somebody in real life who like has my back in that way. But Atlas is still certainly one of my best friends. I'd probably even say still second place, despite the fact that I don't talk to him too much. But like whenever I do hear from him, it's always a pleasure. It's like he never left. It's this weird friendship that we have where like I'll like reach out to him every once in a while and he just won't respond. And then one day randomly he will. And we'll just like talk for a while and it'll be based and epic. And then we won't for another like 6 months.
You don't do that with all of your friends? That's literally how I am with every friend. I won't contact them for months on end, and then I'll just like every once in a while step back into the frame. And I'll just be like, hey,
Once
how's it
in a while I'll be
going?
like, yo, what's up? Remember me?
Yo, what's good? Remember me? I sat at a lunch table with people that didn't even know my name, and when I wouldn't be there for like 10 minutes, they would ask where I went. And then I stepped back and I'm like, hey, how's it going? And it's like, where were you? We had to deal with this 5-year-old this kid who's 16 but looks like he's 5 and acts like he's 5.
And his name is K9.
His name is not K9. K9 has like a whole neck beard, so you couldn't
Okay.
mistake him for a
That also
5-year-old.
tracks. But shit, what was I saying? Fuck. Oh, I remember the lunch table in high school. This is like the story I always tell where it's like, I know now I am an extrovert. Like I'm literally only happy when I'm around friends and like hanging out in real life. That's like the only time I experience happiness. So I'm literally textbook extrovert. But like I think something about like society and like how I was raised made me like want to be an introvert. And I only realized like how extroverted I was once I got out of school. Like once high school ended, like that period between April when they kicked us out of school because of COVID and July when I got my job was like the most miserable experience of my life. I was like super depressed. I've told the story before. I would like not shower for weeks. I was just in an awful state. And it was because I realized like fuck, I function because I'm around friends all the time. And now that I'm not, I hate life. And it's like, because I remember in high school, like I would avoid people, but like I would inevitably be pulled in. Like the lunch table is the example, because like I had like a group of friends in like my senior year of high school that like all sat together at a lunch table. But usually I would like sit off to the side on a bench, and then they'd be like, "Yo, what are you doing over there? Come sit over here." And I'd be like, "Ah, fine." And I'd do it because like I think my excuse was like I felt claustrophobic because the table was so tightly packed. But
Yeah.
like I didn't actually feel that claustrophobic. I think it was just like I felt weird, like accidentally touching people because I didn't want them to become upset with me. But like, I guess they didn't, obviously. So, and then yeah, I realized that's what I needed my whole life. And when I didn't have it anymore, it was like fuck. Well, I guess now I know I'm an extrovert. That's what I learned from that circumstance.
Quarantine did to some people. I don't know. All I learned from quarantine is that I'm a lot better away from people than I am around people. That's why I had to take a class for public speaking in for my first physical year of high school.
I mean, public speaking is difficult, sure.
It's not that difficult once you like do it once or twice. Like I did a full on act in front of people like it was no one's business. Like
I mean, I
I
used to
could
like
do
be
it.
on stage all the time, but like not speeches. Like I was part of like musicals and shit, and like uh showcases for choir.
No, I acted in front of a group of 30 kids. And I was some worker that does not do their job.
I mean,
I
like
got to write the
I've
entire
sang in front
script.
of like hundreds of kids and parents before.
I have not done that, but I
Not
think that would be
alone, mind
easier.
you. Like I was in a choir, but
Yeah.
next question is something you should have learned much earlier. I think Andrew's answer to this is how to spell Pokedex. Would be the
Um,
what he should have learned a lot earlier.
um, uh, I want to answer this with serious, but I can't think of anything. Um, Probably how. Oh, okay. I wish I would have learned what pronouns were earlier because I didn't know what they were in like sixth grade, and I had to take a test on nouns and pronouns and verbs and all that junk. I still don't know a single thing about anything excluding nouns and pronouns.
That's weird. What did I learn way later than I should have? There's probably a lot, but then I immediately forget. Like I remember the feeling of learning something and being like, holy shit, that's what that is. And then, but now I don't remember any of that. Like I know
Yeah,
I've
there's
had that
like,
feeling, but I don't know what it was pertaining to.
Lord knows. You're probably gonna think about it right before you fall asleep, and you're just gonna be like, "Fuck."
Something I should have learned much earlier. I mean, this is probably a bad answer, but like, I guess I should have learned much earlier that weed isn't like evil. Because like, as a kid, it's not that I thought weed was evil, but like, when I was younger, it was like I guess just violating the law in any way, which I don't, by the way. I've never violated the law. Never once. I smoke Delta 8 THC, which is legal to smoke at the age of 18. But like even like touching weed, like when I was younger, I'd be like, like I'm doing this is illegal that I have this. Like I would get it for like other people in my life. And it'd be like, I don't want to touch it.
You green plant, get it away from me.
Your plant, get it away from me. And now I know that it's based. So I wish I knew that a little bit earlier. Dude, if I could have been high like during high school, honestly, I probably would have gotten better grades.
Probably would have. Definitely not me, but someone I knew was high throughout middle school, and now she's high
That
throughout
might be
high
a little too
school.
earlier.
Yeah, that might be a little too early, but
I
like,
wish like my last 2 years of high school I knew of the magic of weed because I probably could have done pretty good.
yeah, it does help a good amount.
Which you don't know from experience,
Hmm.
of course. You're
I
just
don't have experience with, but the people that
conjecture.
are around me, that
Yeah.
I could figure it out.
All right. Next question. What's your biggest turnoff?
Age play,
Age
acting
play.
acting younger or acting older than you are. That's my biggest turnoff.
Yeah, that's a little wacky. That's a little weird. I've never even heard of like people doing that, but I suppose. Well, I guess like people.
That especially, oh my god, I don't even like it when people talk like children, like with that high pitched voice that girls do. Hate it. Get it away from me.
What do you mean that high pitched voice that girls do?
That ooh girl voice.
What, just like the voice they get naturally as they moan,
No, like um,
or like yeah, particularly doing like the ooh voice. Okay, I
yeah,
got you.
that like that
Um,
just bothers me.
my biggest turn off is when they don't have clown makeup. I'm kidding.
When they don't have clown makeup.
They have to have clown makeup or it's over. Um, I don't know if I have like a good answer for this. Like I guess like obviously like any fetishes that get too weird. Like you're talking about like age play, but like I guess like I mean obviously if it gets to like piss or scat, like I'm not into that. Um I guess just like the most general answer I have and like it seems kind of like even too general to be an answer, but I guess just like ugly faces. Like I my thing is like I don't care about like body size. I'm not obvious. I'm fat, so I don't care about fat women or anything. But it's like I don't care about anything else about a woman. Like zero. Like, well, obviously I care about the personality too. But like I can't do, even if they're like perfect personality wise. I cannot do it if their face is ugly. Like any other part of them can be ugly. I don't care. Can't do it if their face is ugly. Like they have to have a decent face, you know?
You know,
Because like the face is like the face is like what you're looking at, like most. But yeah, I guess that's my best answer for that question. Age play, God, what a
it's
world we live in where that's a that's a thing.
Are you surprised?
No, not surprised. Just disappointed.
There you
Um,
go.
next question is not a question. It's just 40 years. Thanks, Dark Sapo.
I do not get the joke.
So I'm pretty sure I also explained this in the last Q&A podcast. Real quick, it's this Asian guy that constantly bullies Demi-Glue.
So what's the 40 years thing mean?
Oh, he used to. He'll go on rants. Like his thing is like he'll go on like a rant about how Demi Gloom should claim her sainthood by committing a crime, like committing an act of mass murder, and and he always says like we've been suffering for 40 years, 40 years, 40 years.
I'm so confused.
He's an interesting guy, that Dark Zappo.
I couldn't tell in the slightest.
Any advice on meeting someone if you're single? Okay, well, you're asking the wrong person if you're talking to me, so I assume they're talking to Andrew, or they're a bot. So, Andrew,
Um,
what is your advice on meeting someone if you're single? On
um,
I guess, finding a partner. I read that question wrong the first time. It's meeting somebody if you are single. Okay.
I don't know. I'm a 16-year-old guy. Um,
I mean, you've certainly met someone when you were single, so, like,
well,
do
yeah.
you have any
Um,
advice?
uh, no.
We gotta give
Um,
some answer to this question. Come on.
don't.
Fair.
There you go. Just
Pretty
don't do it.
rational. Just don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess my advice would be like,
Be yourself.
be yourself, be confident, don't be a scaredy little bitch, because like these are mantras that like I know, but like I won't follow, because like my body just won't let me not be a scaredy little bitch. So
Look, confidence is the most attractive thing when it comes to a guy. For women, you just walk up to them and just be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Boom.
hey,
Not that hard. But as a guy, you just gotta look confident, and you'll be fine.
fair enough. Okay, next question. Do you think men prefer blondes and why? Do I prefer blondes? I mean, like blondes can be pretty hot, but like so can any other hair color. Like I think if I chose like my ideal hair color for a woman, it is a redhead. So I don't prefer blondes, I suppose. Andrew, do
Out
you prefer
of
blondes? Don't worry, your girlfriend isn't listening. I know she's not blonde.
yeah, she's not listening. Um, no, I more prefer brunettes, I guess. Like I don't have like a set hair color that I'm
I mean,
like,
like I think
oh,
naturally, like girls, d- blondes and redheads are hot more often than brunettes are hot. I guess in like my observation, like there's some fucking hot brunettes too. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. And I think at the end of the day, it's just like it seems like blondes are just more confident in themselves. So you see like
uh,
I guess you see like more blonde like models and porn stars. So, like naturally you aspire towards blonde chicks because they're like the face of like that sort of thing.
that's just because they're stupid.
That's true too, perhaps.
You know, I'm probably not the best person to ask this because my mom is blonde, so it's like, uh, anyone that's blonde's just gonna eventually remind me of my
I mean, I've also heard your mom's pretty hot from sources, so
from sources, canine.
sources such as Kane. I listen. I heard you sent Jason a picture of your mom, but not me, and I'm offended.
I think I sent him the painting.
You sent him a painting of your mom.
Um, it's easier to explain if you just look at the painting. You can figure it out.
Okay, are you gonna send me the painting?
Hold on, I'll send you the painting in a second.
Okay,
I just have to find it.
Andrew just like drew a mural of his mom. I mean that'd be sweet.
I can't draw to save my life. Like drawing is not my forte.
Yeah, I can't draw shit. I'm awful.
That's how I got a C plus in art class.
I I mean, I passed art class in middle school. Like I hated it, and I couldn't. I felt like I had no ability, but like I still did like what was asked of me to the best of my ability, and I think my art teacher kind of just understood that like, yeah, this kid is not like an artist, but he is doing what I ask of him. He is completing his assignments to the best of his ability. So I got a decent grade.
I got a C in art class, and that's probably only because I asked the teacher if she was okay after we destroyed her knee.
Why'd you destroy your teacher's knee?
We accidentally ran her into a desk, and I was the only one that asked her if she was okay.
You got a grade bump up because you asked your teacher if she was okay.
Look, that art class was one of the best art classes I've ever been in. It's also the only art class that I've been in, but it was great. I loved it.
Funny thing about that art class is like a good chunk of the like I think a full quarter. Our project was like just building the sets and like painting them for the school play, and I literally somehow like most of the time we were doing that, I just became like the teacher's assistant, which was basically just like handing him nails and talking to him about Family Guy.
Why Family Guy?
Well, then we talked about more than Family Guy, but that's like the conversation I remember the most is we had a conversation about Family Guy.
Personally, me, not a fan of Family Guy. Don't get the hype
I
around it.
mean, like I'm not gonna sit there and watch Family Guy, but like I've seen clips that are funny, and like I guess if it's just like if there's nothing else to watch, like if I'm stuck in a room and all I have is a TV, a DVD player, and a Family Guy DVD, I will turn the Family Guy DVD on, I suppose.
I mean, like, yeah, I'd turn the Family Guy DVD on, but like, if I have a choice of any like adult cartoon, it's not gonna be Family Guy. There's like multiple ones I would choose before Family Guy. Like, I'd definitely choose Bob's Burgers. I'd definitely choose Futurama over it. I'd probably choose Simpsons over it.
Okay, wait a
Probably
minute. So you sent me
even,
this painting.
yeah.
What is this?
What do you mean? What is it?
It's
Do you
it's a very sexual painting, but like, what does it have to do with your mom?
the? Well, it's above her bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this makes me even more determined to see a picture of your mom. I wonder if Canine has a picture of your mom.
You know, she nursed him back to health after he like absolutely bludgeoned himself on a bike ride. Like he was all bloody, and my mom's like, "Here, I'll help you." And she like got him
And Canine
bandages
fell
and
in
stuff.
love that day.
It wasn't that day, but
From that day onward, he vowed his undying love to your mother.
that was not how it happened. But sure, we can say that's what it was.
God, this is a very this is just it outwardly displayed in your mother's bedroom.
Yep.
Wow. So I guess to describe it for the listeners, it is a little mural. It says XOXO. It's got a couple hearts, and it's got like a handprint, a footprint, a leg print, and an ass print.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting lady, Andrew's mom.
Hmm.
This is just right above her bed. She has children.
Yep.
To I assume go in her room.
I do usually every morning to say good morning. Grayson. Uh, eh, not really.
Oh no, man, it's kind of whack. But let's move on to the next question.
Next
Which
question.
kind of gross, but like I did say I'd answer every question. So the question is, who has the stinkier feet? I'd assume. Actually, you know what? Let me get logical for a second. I'd assume Andrew because he does more physical activity than me.
Yeah, you probably be right. I went to my girlfriend's house and she had to put baby powder in my shoes after me wearing them for an entire day because they smelled so bad.
Baby powder in your shoes.
Yeah, that's like what you do to get. She made me change my socks and everything because it smelled so bad.
You see, I think there's like a weird misconception about feet. I don't think like feet themselves really smell that bad, but like it's when they stew in the shoe, like the shoe smells bad.
The shoe, yeah, depending on the
The
shoe,
shoe or the sock.
it'll make it
The
bad.
shoe and or the sock.
I don't think
Um,
sock, but definitely the shoe.
like my shoes are like my room is like a fucking biohazard right now because my shoes are in there. 'Cause they got wet because I had to walk home in the rain. And
Ooh.
I dried them outside. I sprayed them with fucking odor eater, but they still smell awful.
At that point, just get different shoes.
No. I've been wearing different shoes, but like I don't want to throw them away, like just in case these different shoes, like, because I've literally like injured my pinky toe in these shoes, and I think it happened last time I've worn them too. So if it gets as bad as it did last time, where I had like this fucking purple cyst on my pinky toe, I'm gonna have to switch back to the stinky shoes.
Ugh. I have like 3 pairs of shoes that I wear. Well, not two. I have Vans that I wear every once in a while that are decent, and I have a just regular tennis shoes or running shoes that my girlfriend gave to me forever ago because my other running shoes literally were like completely shredded.
It's over.
Yeah, my Pumas were literally like on their deathbed.
Like I'm in a state right now where it's like I might get in trouble for the shoes I'm wearing because unlike you're in high school, so like I don't know, you go to
Yeah.
like a normal public high school, so like I assume you don't really have like a strict dress code. It's just like don't hang your fucking pants down, don't wear hats, like just
Well,
like
we can wear
normal.
hats and stuff.
Oh
We
really?
have a very, very laid back dress code.
Okay.
Like,
I do miss those days so much because like I didn't get enough of it because it was a blissful 2 years because I spent my first 2 years in a like a charter school, like a fancy ass charter school, and they had a dress code. Like I had like a uniform I had to wear. It wasn't like a one uniform, but it was like the uniform was you had to wear khakis or khaki shorts, and you had to wear a polo shirt that was either like navy blue or red, I think.
I hate that
So
so
yeah,
much.
that was my dress code. But then I went to public high school for my last 2 years, and I got to go in t-shirts and basketball shorts, and I was like, "Fuck yes!" Now I can be comfortable in school. Jesus,
I only wore jeans like once a week during the winter, and then once winter went by, I went back to shorts.
do you wear like jean
Abs-
shorts or like or do you wear like basketball shorts?
Most of the time I would wear basketball shorts to school, but when I would wear jeans, I had these really tight pair of skinny jeans that were very stretchy, so they were really comfortable, and like you just could not get them off of me. I loved them so much. They're my favorite pair of jeans.
Understandable.
Excluding from my black pairs of jeans that are also skinny jeans. Those are also really nice, but I don't wash them for
I
obvious
don't
reasons.
wash them. Uh-oh.
Okay, Riley, I'm gonna ask you this question. How often would you wash jeans?
Um, as often as I wash the rest of my clothes.
Okay, now here's the thing with black jeans. The color fades away very fast if you wash them a good amount. So, I just don't wash them. You think it would smell bad, but no. This is the same thing that happened with me smelling in my hair. Like, I stopped washing my hair, and people started telling me that my hair smelled nice.
Your hair smells nice.
Yeah, I've heard multiple people tell me that my hair smells nice after I stopped washing my hair entirely.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's one of the perks with having curly hair. You don't have to wash it.
So this next question, I assume, is directed towards me specifically, even though it's not specified. But I don't think this applies to you, Andrew. The question is, at what weight did your belly start hanging over? I don't fucking know. I don't know what weight it was. I know like my belly's been hanging over since I was like a child. So I don't know, probably like 100 something pounds because I was like younger than I should be at that weight. So I had a small body and my belly started hanging over, and it just like kept my weight continued to be proportionately higher than my height, I suppose. So I don't know the weight, probably like somewhere in the hundreds because I was young. So there you go.
I'm gonna ask that
What about
question to
you,
K9
Andrew? What
later.
weight did your belly start hanging over?
Undefined.
Undefined.
Yeah, I'm anorexic.
TBA.
To be announced, yeah. Haven't
Stay
gotten.
tuned, folks.
Yeah, stay tuned for if I ever get fat.
Our
Which
next question is Riely a gainer? Which I don't. Is that like gaining weight on purpose? Let me look up what a gainer is. I'm gonna regret this. Gainer. I assume
imagine if they just tried
Urban
to spell
Dictionary is
gamer.
where I want to look.
Oh yeah.
Gainer. A person who usually due to sexual stimulation he or she obtains from it intentionally gains weight. That's what I thought it was. No. Riely is not a gainer. I simply
What?
have an addiction to eating food. It has nothing to do with sexual pleasure. I just like eating.
Do you moan while you eat your food? Because K9 does, and it grosses me out.
Maybe if I'm really high and it's like taking me to a different realm, like when I ate that banana split, but not usually. So this next question is just to be mean to Demi Gloom. I, which would you buy first? Demi Gloom bottom surgery or Demi Gloom GF nose job? I guess as if to imply that Demi's girlfriend has a bad nose.
We've heard this multiple times. Is it that bad?
I remember them calling her ugly, but I don't remember them mentioning her nose specifically.
No, because I definitely remember them mentioning her nose.
Whatever, we're not going to draw on this too much. Yeah, obviously bottom surgery because fuck you.
Bottom surgery because I don't know Demi's girlfriend, and nor do I care about
I
her.
assume she has a normal nose, or at least normal enough. Um, what do you think about distance relationships? So I guess long distance
No.
relationships, what they were going for. No,
No. Just
just
no.
no.
Don't even. It's like the number one red flag, distance.
I mean, I think depending on the circumstances, perhaps, but like
No.
it's definitely unideal if you want like physical company.
Yeah, if you want physical company, just no. Just in general, no. Don't do it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty much in agreement. I guess unless if you really love somebody and they move away and like you think you can actually maintain a long distance relationship, like go for it. I'm not going to discourage you if you feel like you truly love this person and you're just like waiting for the right time to come back together. But in general, it's probably not going to work out given like history. But it has happened. So like, I
Uh,
mean, no
that's how.
harm in trying if you don't feel like it's going to like put strain on you.
Yeah.
Um,
PewDiePie did it, and he got married like the other year, like 2 years ago.
from which city? Fuck you. Instead of answered in episode 2, I'm going to mark this one as not answered in episode 2. Fuck off.
About.
Tips on what to do when the person I like pulls away. What do you
Give
mean?
them
Like,
fucking space. That's what.
are you talking like physically, or like just like your friend like gets away from you, or?
Like emotionally get distant, like
I mean, like
respond
either
to
way,
you
I guess
less.
like give them space. Just let them know you're. For me, it's like whenever I have somebody who's like just like emotionally distancing themselves from me because like life circumstances. I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna bother you, but I'm always here for you. That's basically like what I tell people in that circumstance. Like I'm here if you need to talk. Love you. You're my friends. Stay strong. Like that's usually about the response I give them, and then I give them their space beyond that. So there you go. That's my answer. Uh, we're really working through these questions.
Quite
We're
literally
we're
are.
18 minutes we're 18 minutes until an hour. and I think we only have a couple questions left.
It's fine. We can stretch them out for 18 minutes.
I think so. Any ideas of how to know to let go of a friendship? So I guess like when you know it's time to just like cut a person off. Like what are the qualifications for that? Do you have experience on cutting a friend off due to like them crossing some sort of line that you could define?
Uh, yeah, I guess just when you don't think that they're a good person. I don't talk to people that I think are bad people. I don't associate with people that are bad people. I don't associate with people I don't agree with. Boom. That's when I know
You don't
if I should cut
associate with
someone
people
off.
you don't agree with?
Well, it depends. What? Like, if
You
it's
mean like politically?
not politically. Like, I
Oh,
can talk
okay.
to someone that's
Uh-oh. Did Andrew die? Andrew? Andrew. Hello. Oh no. Andrew, come back.
it came back. Someone called me, and apparently they called me from a phone number on top of something at the local park.
Interesting.
I was so confused. It's like I had to take the call. I couldn't just not take it. It could have been something, and then it was nothing. But I have come
Yeah,
back.
there you go. I guess I'm bad with this because like I will keep friendships going that like shouldn't. I guess like when they really do something to just like break it. Like I think the only time I've ever like cut off a friend is when like he explicitly said that we were never friends. like that was like fucked. Which was that was Yeeves, by the
I
way,
was gonna
or
say, was that
Chubb,
Yves?
the Chubb as they go by now. Um, yeah, I think they might have just been mad. Like, I'm sure if I approached Chubb now, they'd say like, yeah, I didn't mean that. Because they seem like they seem like they become more reasonable with time from my limited interactions with them later. But like, yeah, he just got like pissed at me one day, and they were like, yeah, we were never friends. You don't know anything about me. Fuck you. And it was like, yeah, that hurt. I cried and I left all of their Discord servers and I didn't talk to them for a pretty long time. But I guess even then, like, we did eventually talk again to some limited extent. I don't know if we're friends, but like, we don't avoid each other when we come into contact. Like, so if I see them stream, I might pop in. You know, we talk every once in a while. But yeah, I guess
Hmm.
just like an event like that where it's like, yeah, they just like fuck you over emotionally would probably be my line there. But next question, and this is the question I alluded to earlier when I told you to calm down about the talking about yourself. The question is, be honest. What is your opinion of yourself? So Andrew, you go first.
There was no one I love more, and there's also no one that I hate more than myself. I am both the best thing that you could ever find that exists, but also the worst. And I think the reason I think that is because I know I can put together something really good. I just haven't put the effort to put out something really good. But I know I can do it. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I have a lot of faith and I believe that I can be great. I just haven't really done anything to prove that other than how I think. But yeah, so I don't know. I've changed a lot over the last 2 years. I went from a time frame of entirely hating myself to now I'm kind of okay with the person that I am, but I'm also kind of not, you know?
Yeah, I hate myself. Like I don't think that's a surprise to anybody who's heard me like talk about my life. It's like I'm a depressed guy. I hate that I'm the way that I am. I have no impulse control, and I hate that I'm aware enough to admit that I have no impulse control, but I just can't do anything about it. Like I'll try to resist urges, and I just can't. Like it just will
Yeah.
not occur. The urges will
I've,
not be resisted no matter what.
my mom just paid me for like the last few months of babysitting. She just gave me $100, and I'm just like, well, I can't waste this. I kind of need it for gas.
$100 for the last few months of babysitting.
I haven't babysat that much. It's only like 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like a bunch, but it was like a good amount of hours.
Oh, I guess do you have like a car or do you just drive your mom's car?
Oh no, I have a car. I have a car and I drive myself everywhere.
How do you have a car and not a job? Where do you get
I
gas?
Okay, so let me explain. I got the car. I paid for the car. I paid for half of the car. My mom paid for the other half. She paid 1 grand. I paid the other half. And I get gas from babysitting and making the money off of her so I can go and get gas. And that one time I got $30 for answering a bunch of questions about drugs.
What do you mean by answering a bunch of questions about drugs?
Um,
Under
a
what circumstance?
you know those research articles like 40% of teens have said that they've smoked nicotine or whatever. Like it
Uh-huh.
was someone that does that type of research. They came to our front door and they were like, "Do you have any teenagers in the house?" Yeah, sure. And she's like, "I'll give you $30 to participate into this quiz thing,
The survey, yeah.
this survey." Um, I got the $30 and it was anonymous, so whatever I admitted to and didn't admit to doesn't matter.
There you go.
Boom, easy
That
$30.
sounds like a great way to make $30. I would have done that as a kid. That would have been based.
Yeah,
Um, and the answer would have been no to everything, unironically, because I was a Christian child. Such a Christian adult, and I mean Christian, like in the
Christian.
ironic manner. I was not actually of the Christian religion, but I was a nice little boy who never
Yeah,
did any of that shit. Um, I was 18 the first time I tried legal THC, Delta 8 oil, and nothing else. And that's unironic, the 18 part, by the way. Which all of it is unironic, but particularly I want to tell you the 18 part is unironic. Um, yeah, I don't know. The point we were making is that I hate myself. Was that what we were saying before the
yeah, I think that was the
gas
point that everyone
conversation?
was looking for.
Uh, it's like there are qualities about myself I appreciate, but like even those, like they'll be cast a doubt upon. Like a lot of people seem to agree, and like I'll agree sometimes if I'm feeling confident. There's two main things that people seem to like about me, and that people seem to feel about me. We'll see if you feel this way about either of these. You're probably just gonna say no on both just to make me upset.
Oh hell
But
no, I'm brutally honest. I fucking look for a reason to
is
hate
that
people.
I'm funny, and then I can sing good. Those are my two qualities.
Hmm. I
Which I
mean,
don't
yeah,
think you've
everyone
ever
can be
really heard
funny
of me
every once in a
sing
while.
good. Like I think the only
Yeah.
time you've heard me sing, you've heard it in like a meme context where I was singing bad on
Um,
purpose.
you sung the Pokemon theme song at one point on your channel to prove you could sing good.
Was it good?
I don't remember. It was during
I'm,
your Emerald Let's Play.
I'm getting like stage shy now. Fuck. Um, no, I sang bad in that video on purpose too. I'm pretty sure. I remember what you're talking about. The video is called "Peg is Good at Singing Proof," but I think that was an ironic title. Um, God, I'm getting like stage shy because you're gonna be brutally honest if I sing it bad.
And just don't sing.
I can't. Okay, I won't.
See, if you ever want to hear me sing, there are definitely songs that I have sung on without auto tune.
It's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. That wasn't that bad. I could do better. That was okay, I think.
That the years of being in choir in middle and high school.
What would you rate that singing out of 10? Well, let's hear it.
Uh, I've heard a lot of worse singers, but some artists that I listen to are specifically bad at singing. Like NASCAR Aloe is fucking awful at singing, but he does have a good at least one track that is like not too bad.
But the next question here is, what's love really feel like? I don't know if either of us could really answer this with confidence, because, like,
Uh,
obviously, I've never had a significant other, and, like, I love my family, but, like, I don't know if it's really that big of a feeling. It's just like, yeah, I know I can depend on them. They've provided for me in life. And it's like, I don't even know if I love, like, to be like brutally honest, like I love my immediate family, but I don't know if love is like a way I would describe, like, some like aunts or uncles out there. Like, I know it's kind of like you say I love you to your family, and it's like no matter like how deep the family goes, just like as a family custom. But like I think the real love only goes towards like, my parents and my grandparents and like maybe some like aunts and uncles that I'm closer to and cousins and the like. But like, love is a strong word in a lot of cases. Um, do you think you know what love really feels like, Andrew?
so you know that feeling when you're about to throw up, but like it doesn't come up and it's just a bit of puke, but you swallow it back down.
Oh God, this doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah, love is the exact opposite of that.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's a really good way to explain it. There you go,
You'll
folks.
never
That's
know
what
where I
love
got that
is.
answer from. I have that answer from somewhere deep in my memory where someone described it like that, and I'm like, you know what?
You know what?
I could agree with that.
I think this guy's onto something.
I have no clue where that's from, though. It could be from anywhere. It probably wasn't supposed to be taken serious, but when am I supposed to be taken serious?
Never, not ever, not true. Next question is what to do when someone asked for my number but never reached out. I guess like if you run into them again, maybe ask about it, but like don't be like weird.
Uh,
Like I don't know if there's much you have to do. Like I guess if you really want the person to contact you again, like if you see them again, just casually mention it once, and like if they don't do it again, then it's like, yeah, they probably just don't want to talk to you.
I've had that happen to me before, but they didn't message me because I gave them the wrong phone number. Like,
Based.
like they asked for my phone number, I gave it to them, but it was wrong.
I had like the weirdest like circumstance where it was like this person that I used to work with. She was working at the dollar store, and she was like, "Yo, I don't really have a lot of friends around here. Let me get your number, and we'll like game sometime." And I gave her my number, and then she just like never texted me. It was like, huh, that's weird that she asked me for my number at the register at the dollar store while she was scanning my fucking groceries, and then never texted me. It just seems a
Interesting.
little weird.
Yeah, you don't say.
The next question is thoughts on Demi Gloom's new haircut. Not any other names. I'm gonna have to delete this tell. I'm not putting it on my page, but
I assume we're talking
we will
about the
answer our
bangs look.
thoughts on Demi Gloom's new haircut. What do you think? I guess Demi Gloom's new haircut 4 months ago, so I guess they're just talking about like the long bangs, like the
The
pink hair.
bangs. The pink hair. Pink isn't bad. I think it fits Demi Gloom just fine, actually.
I don't think it fits her. Like, she keeps like insisting that I'll get used to it, but it's like, it's not that I don't think she would look good with dyed hair. I just don't think pink is the vibe.
I think pink's a lot better than what it was originally.
No,
Like,
I liked her. I liked her natural color probably
I'm
more
not
than
a
the
fan.
pink. I'd like to see her try more colors. Like, I think maybe like doing like a blue or like a red or something would look good.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's
I
it. There you go. Our thoughts
think the
on
pink
Demi
look was
Gloom's
fine.
new haircut. Don't dead name trans people on my telenym, please. Thanks. Um, and our last question, I think our last, I'll reload the page because I did make that tweet, so maybe we get a couple more. But the last question on this current page is, what type of humor do you find funniest? And give an example. You say I just like edgy like comedy, and I don't know how to give an example of that. Like I don't know. Like I could pull some joke about like women out of my ass.
Women. That's the joke.
That's the joke. So,
Mm,
so Harvey Weinstein was in the news lately. You want to tell me the name of the first woman to accuse Harvey Weinstein of wrongdoing?
I have no clue who Harvey Weinstein is.
Oh yeah, this joke doesn't work on you because you don't know people.
Would have won a lot better.
Exactly, because she didn't get famous from sucking that Jew cock. That's the punchline. You don't get it, but maybe somebody in the audience does and is angry at me for saying it. And that's my favorite kind of joke, is that just really edgy, because I'm a fucking edgelord cuck. And there you go. What's your favorite type of joke, Andrew?
I mean, I found it funny when my friend, we'll call him Cheddar Bob Smith, he wore a shirt that said "Big Dick is back in town." I found that
That's pretty
funny.
funny.
Yeah, it was a great shirt. He wore it. The principal even said something to him about it.
What'd he
The
say?
principal, don't wear it around little kids. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's probably good advice overall.
There was another shirt that he wore, where the principal also said something to him about it, and that was the his shirt. I like taking long walks on the beach and having sex with myself. Really surprised
It's
he
pretty
got away
good.
with wearing that. But I don't know. I don't like have a probably homophobic jokes made by gay people.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
I have the perfect example of it actually.
Okay.
Bo Burnham's joke from like 2011, maybe 2008, where he said, "You ever blow a guy and then realize that he is gay, but definitely not the word gay, and more definitely a slur." That one made me laugh.
That is pretty good.
Like, so you ever give a guy head and then realize that he's a gay? I fucking hate when that happens.
I
It
thought we were
happens
just being
every
homies,
time.
bro. I thought we were just vibing like homies. But I also like really silly jokes, like shit that shouldn't be funny. I think like my thing is like repetition. Like repetition in comedy, like a lot of people get annoyed by it, but there's also a very good audience for just like repeating like something stupid over and over to like it's not funny like the first 5 times, but then it gets funny because you just keep saying it.
Well, there's definitely a joke that I made to person that we have definitely talked about multiple times, Alex. I made a joke to her in drama, or not in drama, my debate and persuasion class that I had with her. And I don't remember what it was, but we were laughing our asses off. And it was one of the few times where like me and her actually spoke and we weren't at each other's throats. Because, you know, that's just the relationship that me and Alex have had for the last few years.
How's it going now? Are you blocked or not?
I'm not blocked, but we still definitely will fight with each other if we were to talk.
Damn.
But like not fight in like a way of like, oh, I hate your guts. Like fight in the way of that's just how we're friends now. I'm very hostile to a lot of my friends. I think I've made that very clear on Largest Issue in the Galaxy that I'm a very hostile person.
You're just mean to each other because you still have a crush on each other secretly.
She's been dating the same guy for like 2 years. Not to mention that guy is a kid that my best friend from kindergarten. It'd
Okay.
be a little weird if I had a crush on his girlfriend.
Now I'm just making the joke because that's the cliche. I'm not accusing you of
That
anything.
is the cliche. I know it. I know it. Because I fell into that cliche multiple times with different people,
Probably including Alex at some point.
including Alex at one point. Yeah, me and her hated each other right before we started dating, or like quote unquote dating,
Quote
because it
unquote.
was middle
It's not even
school.
real dating anymore.
It's not real dating if it was before middle or before high school.
Wow, that puts it in perspective, like how young you used to be.
Oh yeah.
Like we were doing largest issue when you and Alex were dating, and you were in middle school.
What? No. Yeah.
I literally
Whoa.
don't you remember Andrew's dumb bitch of a girlfriend that whole issue because you lied about Alex keeping you on the phone.
That's too Jeez.
That might be one of like the funniest like Andrew moments is like the fact that you just like completely lied to get
Yep.
out of the show.
I'm pretty good at lying sometimes.
And then I got to like feel bad about it when I found out it was a lie. And I was talking to Alex. It was like, oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's all the questions we got. So thank you for listening to this episode of the Big Guy Little Guy Q&A podcast. Andrew, where can the listeners find you on the internet?
You can find me on the interwebs at twitter.com. My at is ngel from hell zero. No, nothing's just that. No, whatever's. You can find me on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Andrew is away. That's a lot easier to remember. I have a project coming out Monday, July 25th. I couldn't think of when the date was. I had to look at my calendar.
Yeah, so this will be out long after that, I think, because I always upload the shit we record chronologically. So this is gonna come out maybe
This is
even
gonna
like
come
in
out
2 weeks.
forever.
Yeah, because
Yeah, listen to Ghost Boy. And if this comes out even later after that, listen to the next project that I have that's going to be a lot shorter.
I don't think it's gonna come out that much later if you have a whole other album to make.
Oh no, I'm like already like pretty deep into this next one. Like I had a whole new idea and I was like, you know what? I'm going to run with it. And I'm going to make it like shorter and not 10 tracks long, like how I made Ghost Boy. I haven't announced the name for it yet, but I know what the name is and I know the ideas that I'm going with.
I'm interested to hear this Ghost Boy album. Have you dropped any preview tracks yet?
Technically Walk Out the Park, Roll the Windows Up, and California Cutter are all like preview tracks, but it's nothing like all the originals that are coming from the project, which I'm not a big fan of most of the um single new songs that are coming from it. The 7 new songs.
You're not a
Um
fan of these songs that you made?
like it's a weird thing. Like I'm not like a fan of a lot of my work. Like out of the like 30 something songs that I've released, I only really like 5 or 10 of them. Like I like No Pressure, I like Slumped, Promise Me You'll Be Okay, Indecisive. Like that's like the 4 songs that I can like actually listen to and like not think anything bad of them. But I mean, like there are some songs off of Ghost Boy that I think that I will continuously revisit because it is my own work. I won't say
Does the name Ghost Boy have anything at all to do with one Daniel Phantom?
it does not have anything to do with Daniel Phantom, unfortunately.
I don't mean
Also,
that like the album is about Daniel Phantom, but like
yeah,
you
I know,
got
but
the
none of
name
the
Ghost Boy.
no, I didn't get it from Danny Phantom. I did kind of just was a project that I thought about for a few months, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? Let's try to make this a full fleshed out
Well,
thing.
what's the significance of the name Ghost Boy then? If it's not just like something you remembered hearing on Danny Phantom and being like, that sounds like a rap album name.
I wouldn't even like consider it rap because like at this point I don't make regular hip hop. Like sure, Walk in the Park and Walk Out the Park are like regular hip hop songs, but like if you listen to anything from like California Cutter isn't regular hip hop. It's more noise than it is hip hop. And then a lot of the new tracks that are gonna come on Ghost Boy are a lot more like not the typical loud, happy, whatever, get in your face and say fuck you. Um, but that's just how it was going while I was going through the process of making some of these songs. But
Fair.
then, oh fuck. I wanted to look at my unreleased songs that I have on SoundCloud that I have like fully fleshed out that I'm just waiting to release, which I'm gonna release after slowly and consistent rates, because I think I could do that finally. Because the next project I have after this isn't going to be that long. It's going to be a few singles. Like, all my singles run, and then maybe I'll sit down and make a project again sometime within the future.
You can find me at anchor.fm/Riely Megafeed or the Riely Podcast Megafeed on your podcast platform of choice. It is the Riely Podcast Megafeed, of course. You can check out cool shit there. It's cool. And then in the description, the links in the description of the fucking of the feed is what I was trying to say. It took me a couple attempts to get there. You can find all the other shit I do. And please like, comment, and subscribe, which I probably should have said like at the beginning. I forgot the show only comes out on YouTube, and it's like, yeah, big guy, little guy is not too hot of a YouTube channel. I think largest issue consistently gets more views than we have subscribers, though. So I guess I should be saying like, comment, subscribe on that show more.
Yeah,
But
you don't say.
yeah, if you've made it to the end of the Big Guy Little Guy Q&A podcast and you're not already subscribed, what are you doing?
Why are
Go,
you
go, go click
here?
the subscribe button. Do it. And like and comment, please. We need the algorithmic things.
Yeah, we
I
do.
think I think I might just have to repost Breaking Bad Nintendo DS title screen on Big Guy Little Guy just to pull the views.
It could maybe work.
It's the most devious grift of all time. Yeah, thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Next time, which will probably be within another 6 months.
Yeah, see you in 6 months, folks. Da-da-da-da.
Da-da, 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 something, ba-ba-ba.